It's your boy. It's Justice F. Rebel. I wanted to bring to the attention, man, some of the issues with D.O.C. is that, y'all know, man, I'm going in on D.O.C. every chance I get, man, because I think that the community is just not getting to know how they get down. And I think that the more that we talk about it, the more we aware about it, then the more we'll be working towards not just criminal justice reform, but humanity training. I can't believe that in a country like this one that we could be treated the way that we're being treated. I mean, forced labor is forced labor is forced labor anywhere. It's slavery. You could say it's not forced, but when if you don't do it, you don't go home in the time that you could go home. If you don't do it, then you won't get the privileges like every now and then you could buy a freaking pizza with your own money. If you don't do it, you understand what I'm saying? You see in a pattern here, man, forced labor is forced labor is forced labor. That's like saying they don't have to work. I mean, everyone has a choice. Yeah, I got a choice to talk crap to a cop that's about to shoot me, but either way, I'm still finna get shot, or not talk crap. That's a choice. But really, though, do I have a choice? Right. Okay, so we don't have a choice. It's like, okay, well, here's your choice. You just won't go home 3 months earlier. You don't have to work now. No, yeah, I work. Yeah, everybody wants to go home 3 months earlier. And a lot of times I don't want y'all to think that what I'm doing is venting, but in the messages that I'm sharing is the things that's wrong with D.O.C. And collectively, we need to come together and let them know no more. Like, the gig is up. Y'all have had our run. Y'all been able to get over for so long, but now we know. Or what the kids say now is we woke, right? So here's the thing. What I want is people to know there's a few things. D.O.C. is getting away with, here's one. If you're out on the streets and you're on probation, me, I've been home not even 3 months and I've already had 4 probation officers. 4. So how they rotating that? That's some bullshit. And it ain't just no rarity me. It's a bunch of people I talk to every day. I'm like, and now the running joke is, what PO is you on? 3, 5, or 7? Ain't that crazy though? Like D.O.C. just opened up, like they trying to figure it out as they go along. Like somebody had a good plan to run a penal system and they winging it. That's how it's starting to feel. Right? I know they ain't dropping out at that rate. Hire some goddamn body, because what you spending in overtime is more than what you could have spent at entry level. With just hiring somebody to fill the spot. Another scammer brewing? Yeah, I think so. You know, my dad used to tell me, the truth always makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's more than likely not the truth. And what they doing just don't make sense. So there's the thing with the probation officers. I just needed to throw that out there like, man, maybe the public doesn't know. There's that. Excuse me, I'm drawing a blank, so bear with me, but there was a couple more issues that I feel we need to make public. So, here's another one. So the departments of when you're trying to reach somebody about your loved one, they've been mistreated. Things are going on with your loved one that you feel might be cruel or unusual punishment, and you want to call somebody to put an immediate stop to it, or you feel like they're not getting the health care that's necessary to preserve life. So you want to call the headquarters. Can you ever reach anybody? I mean, that shit got to stop. You either work for the people or you don't. You're a state employee. These phone numbers are listed for a reason. Answer them. You spend so much time in the office, up in the headquarters, chilling with your coworkers, kicking back and letting everything go to voicemail. And it's probably a running theme when you get a job there. Like, hey, yeah, we not operators. We ain't gonna sit here and answer the phones all day. We got other shit to talk about. Let's kick up our feet, read a few of these files, move them when they need to be transferred. Other than that, it's a kickback job. Don't trip, potato chip, you in the dip. You think that's the running thing they say to the new person that gets the job? I don't know. I'm just talking shit, right? But seriously, how often do you get to call the Department of Corrections where somebody's responsible for a whole life, your loved one's life, their whole life? Medical, psychological. You got them in here with a bunch of who knows what. What if your loved one is having problems, can't fight, getting raped, spending unexplainable amounts of money? Maybe he's paying rent. Shit like that, right? We just got to ask the questions. Let's just, we go cut to the chase and just keep it real. Things that you might not be aware about, you're going to learn right here. But there's all kinds of stuff that could be going on with your loved one. And if you're saying, when your loved one is sentenced, they say, we're going to release you to the care and custody of the Department of Corrections. So once that happens, that means that's like me going to jail and you having to take care of my child. Now my child is your foster kid. That means take good care of them. You responsible. Something happened to her. She scrub a damn knee. You responsible. Right? Oh, man, I wasn't paying attention. She was running real fast. I should have told her to slow down. Either way, you're responsible. So the next time I see my daughter, I'm like, what the hell happened to your knee? I scrubbed and fell. I want to know, where were you at? Since you're watching my daughter. So, what makes D.O.C. different? Care and custody. Okay, you assuming that responsibility. You making sure I'm fed. You making sure I'm showered. You making sure I go to bed. You responsible. So, my people should be able to reach you about me. Because if somebody was watching my kid, I should be able to pick up the phone and say, where's she at? Let me hear her voice. Trying to get through to headquarters around here is like trying to get proof of life from a kidnapper. When they know you ain't got the money to pay them. Man, they ain't answering the phone until you got your money right. But this is what's going on, and I look at D.O.C. from different lenses than everybody else. Man, they smart, man. The person who said it best was Scarface back, I don't know, 15 years ago. He did a song called The Smarts, or They Smart. But they've created a system that ain't going to fail them. It's going to constantly pay them. And then they get to make money off those that suffer and that they torment. Yeah, it gets deep. We need to do something about that. There was one more thing, and I'm trying to remember what it was I wanted to share with y'all. Well, I guess we'll just have to sit on it till next time. Hope I gave y'all something to think about, man. And it's time for us to stand up, right? Or sit down and shut up. I ain't the sit down and shut up type. Is you? Till next time, man, it's the boy, Justice F. Rebel. You figure the F out. Later.